Hello students, myself Amrita Dhar, Assistant Professor of Electrical Engineering Department of Greater Kolkata College of Engineering and Management, JIS Group. I will teach you Power System 3.
In this video, I will discuss about alternator modeling and complete block diagram of AVR loop. These subtopics are under the topic automatic voltage control. Now, this topic is included in module 3 automatic generation control of the subject power system 3. Course code is EE-703A. Now, to make you understand better about these topics, I will do board work. Modeling of alternator. Now, the alternator field equation and at steady state is given by delta VF is equals to RF delta IF plus LF DDT of delta IF. Now, where VF is the excitation voltage of the alternator, RF is the alternator resistance, delta IF is the alternator field current, LF is the alternator field inductance. Now, without consideration saturation for alternator, field IF, field current IF is proportional to E, the induced internal voltage of the alternator. Now, delta VF is equals to constant into RF delta E plus LF DDT of delta E. Okay, for this reason. Now, using Laplace transformation, delta VFS equals to constant into RF delta ES plus LFS delta ES. Now, delta VFS is equals to constant into RF plus SLF into delta ES. So, delta ES by delta VFS is equals to 1 by constant into RF plus SF. Now, here we take 1 by R common. So, R into constant 1 plus S into LF by RF. Okay. Now, this is equals to KF 1 plus STF. Now, this is equals to GFS. Now, where the value of KF is equals to 1 by R into constant. 1 by R into constant. The value of TF is equal to LF by RF. LF by RF. The transfer function for exciter, for amplifier and for alternator. Now, the overall transfer function, that means the transfer function of automatic voltage control loop dV by dV reference is equals to GS 1 plus GS. Now which is equals to KA KEX KF 1 plus STA 1 plus STX 1 plus STF. Now the AVR loop maintains reactive power balance at a generator bus by indirectly maintaining a constant voltage level. The generator bus can be considered voltage control node in the network. Now we draw the complete block diagram. Okay. Now this is the reference voltage. And this is the terminal voltage. Now first we model the amplifier. The transfer function is GA. Amplifier. The input is delta ECS. The output is delta VEX. Next is our exciter. And the transfer function is GEX, whose input is delta VEX and output is delta VF. Next is the alternator or generator field. Next is the alternator field, whose transfer function is GFS, output delta V. Okay. Now this is the generator field. Now where the value of GAS is equals to KA by 1 plus STA. The value of GEX is KEX 1 plus STEX, and the value of GFS KF 1 plus STF. Now this is the complete AVR loop model. Complete AVR loop model. This is the detailed representation, but next we draw the condensed form of it. Okay, so what is the overall transfer function? GS equals to KA KEX KF 1 plus STA 1 plus STX 1 plus STF. So This is the condensed form of AVR voltage control loop. Condensed form. Now static performance of a AVR loop. Static performance of AVR loop. Now the static performance of the AVR loop is characterized by its stability to regulate the terminal voltage of the generator V within prescribed static accuracy limit with a reasonable speed of response. Moreover, the loop should be stable. Let the static accuracy limit designated by AE. AE is the in percentage with respect to reference, and for stable system the terminal voltage is to remain below AE for constant reference input, producing a constant error delta C. Delta EC is equal to difference between the reference voltage and terminal voltage should be greater than AE by 100 V reference. Okay. Now the suffix C designate as the constant reference input. So the constant error can be obtained also as the constant error can be obtained as delta EC delta V reference minus delta VC is equals to we can write this now as because the value of delta VC that we already derived GS 1 plus GS into delta reference V reference. Now with S tends to 0 for constant input condition, the value of delta EC is equals to delta V reference 1 minus GS 1 plus GS. So this is equals to delta V reference 1 minus G0 1 plus G0. Now this is equals to 1 by 1 plus G delta V reference, which is equals to 1 by 1 plus K delta V reference. Now where the G is almost equal to G0 K by 1 plus 0 into T, that is K. Now it is evident that greater the loop gain K, lesser the static frequency error. So we can write 1 by 1 plus K delta reference should be less than AC by 100 delta V reference that is K should be greater than 100 by AC minus 1. Now next we solve a problem. Find the open loop gain of an AVR loop if the static error does not exceed 2%. Okay. Question. The maximum static accuracy limit is 2%. That is AC is equals to 2. The open loop gain of the AVR loop is given by K greater than 100 by AC minus 1. So K greater than 100 by 2 minus 1. So K greater than 50. K greater than 49. So thus if the open loop gain of the AVR loop exceeds 49, then only it is possible to keep the static accuracy limit within 2%. Okay, next is the dynamic response of the AVR loop. Dynamic performance of AVR loop. Okay, now we all know this expression. আস্তে কর। Now usually the AVR open loop transfer function characteristics equation 1 plus gs is equal to 0 is of third order having the three roots S1, S2 and S3. S1, S2 and S3. If the roots are distinct and real, the transient response components are of the form m1 epsilon to the power s1t, m2 epsilon to the power s2t and m3 epsilon to the power s3t, where m1, m2, m3 are the amplitude factors expressing the relative size of the transient terms. For the AVR loop to be stable, the transient term should be dying out with time. This is possible if all the three roots are located on the left hand side of the S-plane. A high-speed loop should be possess the location of roots at the left hand of the S-plane with dominating real values. Compensation in AVR loop. Higher values of AVR loop gain K being preferred for the static accuracy, and this causes undesirable dynamic response and may lead to instability of the AVR loop. In order to tackle the situation, let a series compensator, phase lead compensator be added in the cascade of the final AVR loop. So let the transfer function of the phase lead compensator transfer function of phase lead compensator GPS is equals to 1 plus STC. Now the open loop transfer function of AVR loop becomes in that case the open loop transfer function of AVR loop becomes GS is equals to K 1 plus STC 1 plus STA 1 plus STEX 1 plus STF. Now it becomes evident that the transfer function now consists of a 0. This gives better dynamic response. Further, with TC is equal to TEX, the open loop transfer function becomes in this case K 1 by TEX 1 by 1 plus TEX by 1 plus TEX is cancelled. 1 plus STA into 1 plus STF, because 1 plus STEX by 1 plus STEX is cancelled. Now this makes the two roots only for the GS. Now this makes two roots only for the GX. Situation of the two poles at the left hand of the S-plane with real values improves the stability to a considerable extent.
That's all from today's class. If you have any problem, please contact with me. My contact details is given on the first slide. Thank you.